Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Desatarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangum Nangaite Girim Yat Kripa Tamham Vande Shri Gurun Dinatarine. Hare Krishna. So today we'll see verse number 11 of chapter 5th. The title of the chapter is Karma Yoga, Action in Krishna Consciousness. So let us chant the shloka. Kayena manasa buddhya
Kayena manasa buddhya
kaivalle kaivaller indriyerapi
kevaler indriyairapi
yogina karma kurvanti
yogina karma kurvanti
sangam tyaktva atmashuddhaye
sangam tyaktva suddhaye
कायेन मनसा बुद्ध्या
कायेन मनसा बुद्ध्या
कैवल्येरिन्द्रियैरपि
केवलैरेन्द्रियैरपि
योगिना कर्म कुर्वन्ति
योगिना कर्म कुर्वन्ति
सङ्गं त्यक्त्वात्मशुद्धये
संगम त्यक्त्वात्मशुद्धये।
Arth chanting the shloka.
कायेन मनसा बुद्धा केवल्य इन्द्रियैरपि योगिना कर्म कुर्वन्ति संगम त्यक्त्वात्मशुद्धये।
Kayena manasa buddhya kevaler indriyairapi yogina karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva suddhaye.
कायेन मनसा बुद्ध्या केवलैरिन्द्रियैरपि योगिनः कर्म कुर्वन्ति सङ्गं त्यक्त्वात्मा शुद्धये.
Thank you very much. So let's see translation and purport. The yogi is abandoning attachment. Act with body, mind, intelligence, even the senses only for the purpose of purification. Purport. When one acts in Krishna consciousness for satisfaction of the senses of Krishna, any action, whether of the body, mind, intelligence, even the senses, is purified of material contamination. There are no material reactions resulting from the activities of Krishna conscious person. Therefore, purified activities which are generally called Sat Achara can easily be performed by acting in Krishna consciousness. Sri Rupa Goswami Bhakti Rasamrut Sindhu 1.2.187 describes this as follows. Iha yasya harer dasye karmana manasa gira nikhila swa api avastaso Jivan Mukta Sa Uchyate. A person acting in Krishna consciousness, or in other words, in service of Krishna with his body, mind, intelligence, and words, is liberated person even within the material world, although he may be engaged in many so-called material activities. He has no false ego, for he does not believe that he is this material body and that he possesses the body, or he possesses the body. He knows that he is not this body and that this body does not belong to him. He himself belongs to Krishna and the body too belongs to Krishna. When he applies everything produced of the body, mind, intelligence, words, life, wealth, etc., whatever he may have within his possession to Krishna's service, he is at once dovetailed with Krishna. He is one with Krishna and is devoid of false ego that leads one to believe that he is the body, etc. This is perfect stage of Krishna consciousness. So, yesterday we saw that Krishna told Arjuna that this type of yogi or karma yogi acts without attachment to the results. So it does not matter if he lose or gain or victory or defeat. So the question was, one question may come to mind, then if I'm not attached to any fruits and I don't want anything, then why I should act? What is the necessity to act? But Krishna is asking Arjuna to act, to fight. So he's recommending Arjuna to do the action, but he's saying should not be attached to the results. Then why we should do action? Why Arjuna should also fight? If Krishna is thinking that action without attachment is better, and don't aspire for any results of the activities, then why we should act? So here this shloka answers that question. So kayena manasa buddhya indriya. So body, mind, intelligence, indriya, the senses, all these four is what is this four together consist or represents our body. So why we the yogi acts, yogina karma kurvanti, why the yogi does the karma? Sangam tattva. Sangam means attachment to the results. He gives up the attachments, but acts for Atma Shuddhaye, for the purpose of purification. So when many times this purification word comes right everywhere, right? We should act for purifying our heart. We should act for purifying our senses. So simple definition of purification that I have heard and that actually remained, I always remember, is purification means a particular sense organ that we can use for our sense gratification or our enjoyment. Instead of that, we use for serving the Krishna, or we use in devotional service. So, for example, my ears I can use for hearing different music or listening anything. Right? My eyes I can use for different purposes. My hands I can use for different purposes for my own enjoyment. But if I give up this enjoyment and I use my ears only to hear Krishna Lila, or only to hear Bhagavad Gita, or only to hear Japa, then I am using my ears for serving Krishna, which is uh, purification. Why? Because I could have used it for my own, but I am using it for Krishna. So this is purification. So this yogi acts with his body, mind, buddhi, and senses for 1 minute. Sorry. So he acts with everything that he has for purification. So once we have this body, we have to use this body. Right? So even if we are not attached to the any results of the work, we still do the action, and this body will remain till we have the karma associated with this body, because we have ego which is connected to this body, and so we'll have karma and then we have to act. So uh, but still using this body we have to transcend this body, right? So using this own senses, whatever we have, whatever intelligence we have, whatever mind we have, we try to use it everything in Krishna's service. So by this the senses and our mind and our thought process also gets purified, and we understand that the whole purpose of our existence is to serve Krishna. And by this we come to a very high state of consciousness which helps us to overcome the bondage, or to eliminate the bondage of our actions. So here Krishna is telling Arjuna why the yogi acts. So the main purpose is Atma Shuddhaye. And once this Atma Shuddhi happens, then we are what Rupa Goswami says, that within this body also we are liberated, because uh, liberation means what? Non-existence of the miseries. So when we are not attached to any result of the work or any result of the fruit, then it really don't matter if we do the action and what happens with the action. So that state of mind is very free state. We are free to use our mind the way we want with the help of intelligence. So that way we are, Rupa Goswami says that he's all Jivan Mukta. So in this life, he's Mukta because he's not bound by the action. We are bound because we try to see what is the result of my action, and by that we get bound. So many actions that we have done past or now we are doing, we are engaged in the fruits of that action, and then we think, oh, why this happened with me, why everybody is troubling me, why I failed in this place, why, oh, I could have done this better. Hmm. So all these sentences, this actually indicate that we are bound to the results of the fruits, and because we are bound to the results, then we get the miseries. Krishna says those who are bound to the results, they will get the three miseries: miseries coming from yourself, miseries coming from the nature, and miseries coming from other living entities. If you are bound to the results, you are going to get the suffering. There is no way out in it. So, if we are suffering, then we should understand that we are bound somewhere. We have some attachment somewhere which is causing us this misery. So, here Krishna is telling Arjuna that you have to fight, mm, with all your mind, body, intelligence, and even senses, because I want you to fight. You fight for dharma. Yeah, that is the best way. That is the your dharma, and that is dharma yuddha. So that is your best dharma or best duty that you can do with this body. So you fight, even if your relatives or anybody is in front of you. You should do your duty, and by this you will get purified. What will get purified? Your body, mind, and intelligence will get purified. So Krishna will tell more about this person who is doing the karma yoga and how he benefits in next few shlokas that we'll continue to see from tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Any comments, any points anyone want to add? Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining. See you tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.